Hello and welcome again to investingsuccess.ca and another of our short video installments in which we take a look at human emotion, the financial markets, and astrology. In this video installment, I want to take a look at Mercury retrograde, but I want to tell you the rest of the story. What you're looking at here is a daily nearest chart of the Dow Jones Industrial Futures. Goes from February 2013 to August 2013. On the chart, I've got two red boxes. Those are the Mercury retrograde events. There was one in March of 2013, another one in July. And yes, you can see that price action on the Dow during those retrograde events exhibited a rather sharp move to the upside in both cases. That is the nature of Mercury retrograde. It tends to be a very sensitive time for the human psyche. Traditional astrologers will tell you not a good time to buy real estate, sign a contract, ask your boss for a raise, and so on and so forth. You'll also see on here that I've got some blue arrows, and these blue arrows appear in pairs, and each pair of blue arrows tends to bracket one of these red boxes. So what are these blue arrows? Well, as it turns out, they represent the maximum elongations away from the Sun of the orbital path of planet Mercury. Let's take a look at this little diagram. You can see the Sun is at the center. Mercury, the smallest of the planets and the closest one to the Sun, orbits around the Sun. But because of the gravitational pull of the Sun, its orbital path is not circular. It's flattened. It's oval. It's like an egg shape. And the black arrows on each end of this oval denote, like I say, the times when Mercury will be at its maximum easterly or westerly elongation away from the Sun. And then, of course, around Mercury orbits the Earth. And from our vantage point here on Earth, there will be times when Mercury to us appears to be standing still or moving slightly backwards. That's the retrograde. But what we cannot physically see so much is these periods of maximum elongation. Except to note that these periods of maximum elongation will determine whether or not Mercury is visible as a morning object in the morning sky or an evening object in the sky. Now, let's take a look at another chart here. This, again, Dow Jones Daily Nearest Futures goes from October 2013 to April of 2014. A couple of retrograde events on there. You can see that each one is bracketed on each side by these blue arrows. This chart is really interesting because you can see the low in 2013 came not with the retrograde event, but rather with one of these maximum elongation events. You can likewise see that the lows after the nasty sell-off that started 2014, those lows in February came at the beginning of the retrograde event, but also at one of these maximum elongation events. You can see also that in November, after the retrograde had completed and after the planet Mercury had made its maximum elongation, there was a slight pullback on the Dow. You can see also in March of 2014, after the retrograde event, again, the Dow pulled back and it found its reversal right at one of these elongation events. So, to me, yes, the Mercury retrograde events are important, and I will continue to watch them, talk about them, write about them, but I'm going to do something that most astrologers don't do. I'm going to start focusing on these maximum elongation events. Now, Mercury's going to be retrograde from June 7 till June 30. Watch for it. It's coming. But on either side of that retrograde event, you're going to have these elongation events. May 25th, next week, Mercury's going to be at a maximum elongation point. Watch the Dow. July 12th, watch the Dow. There's going to be another one of these elongation points. So this is the kind of stuff that we're currently exploring in the Astrology e-alert. We're kind of stepping away a little bit from the traditional astrology and the textbook stuff and getting more into the astronomy. Give some thought to perhaps subscribing to the e-alert. It comes out once a week and it's priced very affordably at $15 a month. You can find me at investingsuccess.ca as always. You can read my blogs at astrologicaltrading.wordpress.com. You can find me on social media. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Take care.